Grom Dasher here. We got a different mic. We went back to the old one. I think we found out that the old one was better. So, yeah, it's just better for this situation. So, am I not in the right area? Hold on, I gotta go that way. 1 second. We'll be back. So we were on our way to Oklahoma City, according to this, but we see that this area is busy, and we're gonna do this for an hour, and we'll see what happens. So, very important, today we're not taking every order. I was doing every order for 50 orders, and I did that, but then for whatever reason, the last day that I dashed, hey look, that's about $1 a mile, so we'll take that. Cool. I didn't really look at where it was going. I got to do better about my analytics, you know. Especially, but if an order comes up while I'm talking, I don't really look too closely. Oh yeah, I did all my orders, and I did my 50, and it didn't count the last 9 orders I did for whatever reason. So yeah. So here we are again, and screw it. Ooh, that's not a. Well, that is what I thought it was, but that was scary. I did mention in my last video that I had a pin lock, and I've only worn it, what, twice? Well, I mean, I've worn it like 5 times, but for very limited amounts of time, and already it's very dirty on the inside. It's really, really hard to clean the inside, so probably wind up taking that off. I don't know what the solution is for that. So I don't know what the deal is with the pin lock and me. They just don't get along. I already have poor vision out of the pin lock. Starting mileage is 3802. We're down 1 bar on our gasoline, and I really wish I hadn't missed that turn, because I could probably be halfway there by now. Hi. Well, let's get this day rolling. Sorry for not uploading for a while. I appreciate you guys and gal, if there are any, other than my wife. I know you're out there, maybe. Yeah, let's pay attention while we do this. Alright, U-turn. U-turn committed. Wait, what? You're telling me to do another U-turn? You just told me to do a U-turn. What the? Okay. Was I not looking at that right? I'm almost certain it was telling me to turn around there, but okay. Oh, it's up there, Mile. Anyways, lost my track of thought. Oh, my subscribers. if you didn't just unsubscribe after watching me sit at this light for 3 minutes just to turn around, I did not realize that my destination is actually on this road. So that is my fault. I should probably pay attention to the things that I'm doing. 61 subscribers right now, and I honestly, I don't understand it. My videos are admittedly kind of trash, and but also I'm trying to make them better every episode. So appreciate you for being here. When I get to 100 subscribers, God willing, I'm gonna do something really cool. Really cool. Y'all will like that, and I'll record it. So you know, I'm not gonna just like go buy myself a. I'm just not gonna be like, oh, I hit 100 subscribers. Let me give myself a personal gift and not share it with you guys at all. I already know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be great. It's gonna get some hate, and those people can, well, they can just not watch. It's as easy as that. But appreciate everybody being here. We are right there. We should have been there already, but we're an idiot. So we have already determined that Grom Dasher is indeed an idiot. Where is the Dairy Queen? There it is. Aha! So, if you've gotten this far, part of the reason that I have not been recording was, well, in the previous video I did say world's getting kind of crazy. I hope everything works out for everybody. kind of getting to be a dangerous world. And then, you know, a few days later, somebody got killed. So that bothered me. It bothered me a whole lot. It wasn't really about the politics, because I didn't know the guy or really watch him. But yeah, seeing somebody get killed and then a whole bunch of people celebrate, it made me sad. Make sure the desserts are included with the order. Okay, 3 items. Chili cheese dog. Who's this for? Nathaniel. You doing DoorDash?
I don't want to be that guy, but you know, it's gonna mess up my DoorDash too.
Yeah. Did you mark it as late?
Yeah, I always do. Like if I do right now, like it don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, right. I have a pickup for Nathaniel.
Yeah, but I said,
Have a good one, man. Be safe. I have a DoorDash pickup for Nathaniel. Not great. They haven't even started on it yet. Part of it. What's up?
that guy said,
Yeah.
how is it fun riding this? Because I'm not gonna start a bike. I don't know if I should start with a 250 or I should.
I mean, it's up to you. I think the Grom's probably like one of the most fun bikes you can get. Unless you're planning on doing a lot of highway riding. But
I'm aiming like statewide. I'm probably going state street.
yeah, I mean, it'll do 60 miles an hour at bone stock. So, and they get way better gas mileage than anything else. So,
Yeah, thanks for telling me. I see you got a pro. You record?
yeah, I do YouTube. I just started it. It's kind of crap. I'm getting better though. It's a Grom Dasher.
Grom Dasher?
Yep.
GRODASHER?
Grom Dasher.
All together?
That's me. All right, it's number 62. Thanks.
Hell yeah, bro.
But yeah, if you're just comparing the two, the Grom gets like double the gas mileage too.
They're better than a 9.
Yeah, the 250s get great gas mileage, like 70. The Grom's like 120, 130.
That's a lot better. Better than I can in my car.
Yeah.
Well, shit, thank you, man, for the tip.
Yep, good luck. Okay. Right off the bat, terrible. Terrible. I gotta learn when to, like, ditch these restaurants. Shame on you, DQ, off Reno in Oklahoma City. It's 8:23. I sat there for like, I don't know. I don't even know how long it was. 15 plus minutes. And there's nobody here. Like, restaurant's not busy. They have at least 3 people working. Like making the food / taking the orders. Good Lord. And then I just remembered, it's like, why am I not on Earn by Time? This is awful. On the bright side, look, that guy got here at least 10 minutes after me, 15 minutes. And he got his order already. I was just sitting there. And I'm just thinking, man, why am I not on Earn by Time? Alright. So, I've previously mentioned, that was whatever little pebble I just hit made me stumble a little bit. I previously mentioned that I'm not going to try to get on here and be like a negative Nancy, but I also think I feel like most people are watching this with the intention of like learning what's the experience like, you know? So I'm not going to lie and be like, oh yes, I came and picked it up immediately and it was great and a good time was had by all. I'm just not going to do that. So on the bright side, ran into a dude. He was like, oh, excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but should I get a Ninja 250 or should I get a Grom? And I was like, well, I happen to know a thing or two about that. Funny that he should ask. You guys don't know this, but I was one of the OG video, motorcycle video guys before GoPros existed. And I made a video about that very thing, like getting a small bike versus something bigger. The Grom didn't exist back then, so obviously it wasn't about that exactly. Anyways, I told the guy, hey, if you're just learning, they're both good. The Grom is about twice the gas mileage and very fun. Although 250s are fun too. And he's subscribed. So I farmed a subscriber. What's up, man? If you're watching, I appreciate you. 15 minutes away. It's going to be 8:40 before we get this done, which means we used, it wasn't exactly 8 o'clock when we started. It was maybe like 5 over. We're like 30 minutes into a $9 trip. That is very gross. So, once again, questioning why anyone would be on anything other than earn by time. Maybe I'm failing to see the logic here. But you guys tell me, if some of y'all obviously do DoorDash, you ask questions like you know a thing or two about a thing or two. Why would you not do earn by time when you have these outliers where you've got the restaurants that have no desire to deliver your food or to make your food in any sort of timely manner, because that's outside of your control. The only thing you can do in that regard is to once you've been prompted, if you've been sitting too long at a restaurant, it'll let you leave, and I think you get like a small portion of the pay. I don't know exactly how that works. So far we're stoplight to stoplight. I need to do another prayer to the stoplight signs. The stoplight gods. Dear stoplights, I'm trying to make money. I've got ice cream in my sack, and I would like it to be delivered to Nathaniel before it becomes soup. Does Nathaniel deserve ice cream, or does he deserve soup? Maybe he's a bad person. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Okay, we are 14 minutes away. Hey! Look at that. We got a green light. I guess Nathaniel has been a good man. See, it turned orange, or yellow. Orange, what the hell? It turned yellow immediately after I got out of it. Oh. Again, I've mentioned this before, the Grom does not have a fantastic suspension. I don't know if it's... I do see a lot of people talking about upgrading their Grom suspension. I thought that was just like for clout or something. But, yeah, it's unpleasant. You hit a bump and a lot of it gets transferred directly to your rear end. And as I've mentioned before, has some pretty noticeable spine/neck compression hitting certain bumps. Not a good feeling. For all of those of you who have watched my videos and made comments, whether they were positive comments or negative comments, thank you. Appreciate you very much. Mostly positive. And then there's people that aren't very positive, and that's okay. You're allowed to be miserable on the internet. I mean, if not anonymously on the internet, where else, right? Take it out on me. Be mean to some random guy posting videos of himself delivering food for minimum wage. Go for it. If that that soothes your soul, so be it. I don't know what's wrong with Oklahoma, but they put this is a 35 mile an hour, and like there's a warning that there's a curve. I'm not I barely even like turned the wheel of the bike, and it's like, be careful. No, the signs with the lights are not the lights, but the reflective signs, so you don't just like drive straight off. I get that, because we're so used to straight roads here. We don't know how to act when there's a turn. Like here, look, there's no sign here. I might just go straight and drive into those bushes, and then I'm like, hey, government, what the heck is this? Oh, do not enter. That's okay. Like, why didn't the government warn me not to drive into those bushes? This is their fault. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that are the government's fault. but I don't think that's one of them. Now, the fact that I got a duck, dodge, weave, and dive, and dodge to avoid these potholes, a little crazy. It's just some Tupperware. If y'all, I don't even know if y'all can see that. How's the video quality? My lord, look at that. Oh, why is it that? Hey, there's a dog. It was looking at me, but it didn't attack me. Why do trailer parks have such massive speed bumps? Like, god dang. Look at that sucker. Oh. Turn right. Okay. Like, on the map, it looks really cool, actually. Like, cool layout, right? I wonder what's in the middle, in the chocolatey center. Is it a pond or just a barren wasteland? Sharp right. Hey, you ain't kidding. There was some special instructions they gave me. 7901. Oh, it's a hand order. Great. What's it say? Are any of these labeled? Is there a label anywhere? I don't like blast anybody in the eyes, but so I've turned my flashlight on. Hold up. Two, 3. Hello. Yes, sir. That's why I said I was sweating. I was wearing all this gear. I'm like, man, hurry up. Yeah, I hope it's still cold and hot like it's supposed to be. Take care of yourself. Oh, yeah. Woohoo. I made $9. I'll get my flashlight off. Probably don't need that while I'm riding. Although it's like a second headlight. Look at that. I did it one-handed, Joe. Alright, let me not make the mistake of driving around with my sack hanging wide open. Also, I'm very deep into a trailer park. I have no idea where I'm at, but yeah, I guess we'll start moving. This has made me a better driver, as far as like directions. I think I feel like I'm situationally a safe driver. Like, I pay attention to other people and where they're at. We had that sharp right, so now we're gonna take a sharp left. So situationally, I feel like I'm a safe driver. But as far as directions, whew, I get lost. I get lost. I get lost. That's basically it. There's no follow up to that statement. It was just that. That's what happens. Oh yeah, I dodged that one. You can't beat the Grom. Help. I don't have the map up. I think it was this way. The map went away. There's the guy. Is he holding a dog? He is holding it. Yeah. Beat it. I did it. That is a Doberman. Pretty dog. Otherwise known as Resident Evil dog. Hey. Alright, made my way out. Alright, we're just gonna kind of pull over slightly here. Man, this bike's hard to get in neutral. Lord! I know I've said that like dozens of times, but so true. Where do I need to go? Yeah, I'm like... I'm gonna go to this hotspot actually. Don't normally care about hotspots, but this took me out of the way. So overall, just a bad trip. Bad trip. Part of it was the waiting. Part of it was the fact that empty miles. So I'm trying to be like a little more educational with this, or I guess observational, perhaps is a better word, instead of just being like driving around talking about random crap that you probably don't care about. So let's talk about empty miles. It's basically exactly what it sounds like in the transportation industry. If you have a trucker and they go drop a load, they usually what they'll try to do is get something else on their way back wherever they're going. So like if they came from Walmart warehouse, if they came from the Walmart warehouse and they're dropping off a Walmart shipment to the store, they might pick up something on the way back. That way they're not hauling an empty trailer full of air. That gets expensive. It's the same thing with the Grom or with DoorDash. So if you have an order and it takes you out in the middle of nowhere, it's not good, because now you're doing exactly what I'm doing, which is putting wear and tear on your vehicle and gas for no reason. That's why I said we need to look at our orders more closely. Not only dollars per mile, but where is it going to drop me off at? Because if it's going to drop me off in the middle of a trailer park away from the city, and I started in the city, I'm going to have a lot of empty miles. So avoid empty miles if you can. At least pay attention to it. Not as much of a factor on the Grom. If you're looking in terms of cost per mile, I did start in this area because it said it was busy, and my first order was $9. It's the only order I've done, and I wound up having to sit there for so long. We are now 41 minutes into the hour, 46 minutes into the hour, and that's the only order I've done. So I'm like more or less minimum wage right now. Disappointing, very disappointing. And this road is just terrible. Okay, so we are yes, we're definitely gonna take that. Try not to look at it too long. 6.3 miles, $7, so it meets the $1 a mile threshold, and it looks like it's getting us right back into the city, which is perfect. So now we don't have empty miles like I talked about, which is a great thing. And also, if you saw my last video where I talked about the insurance thing, technically speaking, and this is just wild to me, and I might live to regret it, but if I'm in a scheduled dash, but I'm not heading to an order, when I'm driving, I think I'm just more or less uninsured, because my personal insurance is going to say, oh no, you're working for DoorDash, and DoorDash is going to say, oh no, you weren't in an order, you were just on the app, which is a crazy distinction to me. We all love insurance companies, don't we? Missed a shift there, hold on. Yeah. Sorry, I had quite an itch on my nose. I tried to scratch it very ladylike so as not to draw any attention. I'm sure you didn't even notice, actually. So. And then I got a message from DoorDash, but I'm writing. I'm not trying to read, especially not trying to read little tiny text on a phone while I'm driving. It seems like a bad idea. Going to Cracker Barrel. Apparently Cracker Barrel lives on. I made a whole thing about this in one of my other videos, but that was when my mic was unplugged, which, I'm looking at it right now. Oh! God! That really hurt. freaking roads, man. Holy crap. Oh my god. I don't even know if I think I like fell out of gear there. What the crap? Jeez. That was quite a pothole. Yeah. So we're in one single episode, I think we're discovering the weaknesses of the Grom, which is that the stock suspension is very rough. I think if it's your first motorcycle ever, or if you actually live in a state that gives a crap about its roads, which I don't know if those exist, you probably would be fine. Honestly, if you're just buying it as like a fun bike, you know, you're gonna be fine because you're not riding it 6 or 8 hours for a job. But my god. And that didn't even look like a bad pothole, so I'll review the footage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just looked like a black patch with tar on it or whatever. But touched my soul. And external body parts became internal. Talking about Cracker Barrel. Yeah, it was touch and go with Cracker Barrel there. If you're following current events at all, and Cracker Barrel made a bad. Well, they made they made a bad choice. It's just call a spade a spade. People didn't like it. Their stock dropped tremendously, and then they decided, hold on, we like money more than we like virtue signaling. Let's pull that stuff back for a second. And then they restored the cracker and the barrel. Long story short, if you don't follow politics, I don't even know if I'd call that politics. It turned into a politics thing. Cracker Barrel has had the same logo for, like, I think their entire existence, and they rebranded, and they took out the 2 images that used to be on the sign, which was like an old white dude, or the old white dude sitting on a chair and a barrel. They rebranded and took that out. People were like, whoa, you got rid of the Cracker Barrel, the cracker in the barrel, what's going on here? Yeah, that rocked my world. I was mentioning the shortcomings of the Grom suspension, the stock suspension's borderline awful, strangely difficult to get it into neutral. That could just be me, but maybe I'm just used to driving Kawasaki's, a little spoiled. I don't think that's the case, because I've had Hondas and Suzuki's. I've had Highline Boulevard. It's appropriately named because every time you come over here, what do I complain of? I say it smells like weed. Man, I wish I could lane split. Look at all that open space over there. I could have already left. This is the same Cracker Barrel that I went to in the last episode. I've got great security. There's the controversial man sitting with his barrel. We have arrived. Hello. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Hello. Order for Sushmita? So, alright, thank you. Bark, bark, bark. Get. There you go. There you go. Alright, bye. I could crush underfoot.